it's Yaz from Yorkshire Peaches Therapies, and welcome back to another episode of Hop, Skip and a Jump. Today I'm joined again by the amazing Amanda Daniels of Canine Massage Therapy Essex. But instead of talking about massage, we are in fact going to be talking about Canicross. Canicross is a really popular sport and it just keeps growing in popularity. And it's not something I really understand past the fact that you're just running with your dog, but it's so much more than that. Amanda speaks with such passion and conviction when she's talking about Canicross, and most importantly, how people can take part in Canicross safely. So I'm going to stop talking, let's jump into that conversation. Amanda, thank you so much for coming back on the podcast. I am super excited to have you back, and we have a new topic to discuss today. And that topic is...
Canicross! Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to introduce you to the sport of Canicross. It's been my passion for, Diesel's 13, so 13 years now. I'm so pleased I found the sport. I'm so pleased I found the sport, and it's just the bond that it helped develop between me and my dog, and the community that's out there, the friendships that have been made. I'm really pleased to be able to introduce you to the sport and how we encourage our members to do it safely and have fun.
Yeah, so for me, like, I know nothing really of this sport, so I'll give you my brief cliff notes of what I think Canicross is about. Running with your dog, special harness, dog runs out in front. That's about
Correct.
it. That's literally it. So I do have one Canicross dog that comes to see me for like regular maintenance and stuff like that, but sporting dogs isn't usually where I sit. So tell me everything about Canicross. Where did it come from? Because it's growing in popularity as well.
I believe it's the fastest growing dog sport.
Wow.
There is. So where I sit is in the pet lane.
Mm-hmm.
You have elite athletes. It's international sport as well. There's the person who brought Canicross over. We've borrowed from the sled dog world basically.
Okay.
So we're looking to get our dogs fit in the off season, but so a lot of the equipment was borrowed from the sled dog world, and Simon and Kushler brought it over in 2002 with their huskies. And back then we were just having to use the equipment that was made for the sled dogs. What's happened now is companies have been set up, and there's been studies, and they've actually designed harnesses specifically for the monosport. So Canicross is, you can do it with two dogs, but very often it is with one dog in front of you, and that's how. And the harness is designed so they're non-restrictive. They've got the pulling forces, so to protect their bodies. They're lightweight. There won't be many bulky clips on them. And then so the dog's in their bespoke Canicross harness, so it isn't your usual don't get any harness from a pet shop. These are actual Canicross harnesses,
Right. Okay.
And the people that supply them are very knowledgeable in regards to the correct fitting of the harnesses, because all dogs are different. And it's really hard to find the harness that will fit your dog. I'm constantly adjusting my harnesses because you can't just slap it on, we're good to go. I quite like a harness that's got little tiny adjustments that I can make. But not of them all have that. You can get bespoke harnesses made as well. So if you've got a really deep chested dog that's really slim in the waist, you might not be able to find one from an off the peg from a Canicross shop, so you've got that option. It does get quite expensive.
It sounds expensive, but it's really popular and really well followed. I know that when I'm sure someone has asked me, like, does this harness fit, this Canicross harness? I went, I have no idea. I'm not the right person to ask. So yes, I know about canine biomechanics. Yes, I can tell when a harness is restrictive for a pet dog. But with you guys, it's like a much longer harness, it seems. Like it goes further down the trunk. Why is that, do we think?
For me, I said with our last chat, it was so the pulling forces. I don't want it in the middle of their back. I prefer the harness to be nearer the tail. Right. So it will sit, so it's not going past that last rib. You're not going into what will sit on the last rib, but it won't go past it into like their soft tissue here, and they could get a little bit of bellyache. And then you've got the line, which is a bungee line, so protecting your back and theirs. And then the harness will sit around your hips. You can get some that go around your waist, but I prefer the ones that sit on your hips. So you've got more, your central gravity is lower. You don't want to be holding it in your hand at all.
Well, we'll come to that topic in a moment. But so with the because the dog is attached to you, so is it quite is it like a thick harness on you, or is it like lightweight, or is it supposed to be fixed in place?
It's so lightweight. I could literally, it's just sitting there. I could literally show you. Right, let me wait. I'm going to grab it.
Yeah, go get it. I've not seen. I've seen one on the dogs, but I've not seen the human side of it, because that is equally as important to ensure that we're protecting our own health as well as promoting the. Oh my days, that's yours.
So this is a dog's one. So I just grabbed that.
I was like, where'd you put your legs in? Oh my days.
That's like a bonding bit, isn't it?
I was like, what?
And then, so this is, there are many brands, and this is another thing we do with the club. I have so much spare kit. So because it is expensive, we can try before you buy. Right. So I recommend a 1-to-1. Because I can help you in your harness. I can make all the adjustments. I can fit we've got so much spare kit. The people are so amazing when they donate their harnesses. So it's such a lovely community. So if their dog's retired or they feel there's a better ergonomic for their dog, they'll just donate it. They won't sell it. I think that's lovely of them. So so Non-Stop is one of the big players in Canicross. But they and it's so, I can't even tell you how lightweight it is. It's probably the same weight as my bra.
Wow, so that's super lightweight, because it's a lot of straps and bits and pieces, and it's just one connection.
Yeah, you step into it like a climbing in the harness, and you've got leg straps. So you imagine if you're rock climbing.
Yeah,
that's
so
the back.
I didn't realise it. So it goes up your, well, not up your chuff, but like.
Well, it feels like it. I'm not going to step into it, but so you put it on like a skirt, and you step into it, and you've got leg straps, so it stops it riding up your back, so it keeps it in place, and then you attach onto a carabiner at the front.
Yeah,
it's so comfortable.
I didn't realise that was a full on. I just thought it was literally just like a, those
like a Trixie bed.
Yeah, I just thought it was that. Like it was. This no wonder it's expensive. But this is important though, to protect your lower back and your balance and your body when you're running, because the idea is the idea that the dog actively pulls into the harness. And you've got to keep up, or should it be, or is it? Oh, go on.
No, this is all very good things that you're saying. The biggest worry that people have come to me is my dog's going to pull me over, and that is why the correct kit is so important. Because I say to you have to be standing, and if you're using your arms correctly, you can sit into the harness, but I prefer you work as a team. So you'll come out with me, we'll do a 1-to-1, and we'll learn commands. You're working as a team. Yes, there is a pull. I think it is, you get 1 second faster. It's probably over a certain distance when you're canicrossing.
Because you've got momentum pulling you.
There's a wonderful T-shirt, Trail Dogs events, which I haven't been to. They sound amazing, but they're too far away for me to attend to. But they've got a T-shirt that says, "Yes, this is cheating."
So imagine if you've got a great big whopping pointer or Doberman in front of you.
Well, I've run the smallest dog I've run is a miniature Schnauzer. The smallest dog in the club that was run was Jack Russell. We've also got Parson Terrier. I've known Chihuahuas. I've known Manchester Terriers. All the way up, I have personally Canicross, obviously my working Cocker Spaniel, large Münsterlanders, Italian Spinoni, Doberman. I've seen a Great Dane do it. And it is about it is a controlled sport. Yes, you can go off flying, but that's not how I like my club to be run, because it is about that bond and working as a team. And it's just such, and when you get that and you're in time with each other, the feeling, I can only describe it as flying. And there's like, I know it sounds crazy, but it's like there's this silence, and it's just you and your dog out on the trails, and your dog is winding, they're choosing the route. I always think, I literally say to people, trust your dog. Once you've got the commands in, and these commands are basic: left, right, slow down, and emergency stop.
Wow. So it's more controlled than what I thought.
But it is the how I do it.
Yeah. So how would it work then if you, I think I'm like 5'8", and Lily's tiny. She's like a Chihuahua cross, so she's probably 30 centimeters tall. If, say, me and Lily were to go like join a Canicross club, obviously I'm ginormous compared to her. With the equipment considerations, would it be a longer bungee cord? How do you work that bit out?
How would I work that out? It's what I like. I have this really long bungee with the girls, and
it's spaniels.
They're large Munsterlanders.
Your Munsterlanders, right? Got you.
Yeah, this is really long. The thing is, things like this is all changing because there's a part run. Most lines were 1.2 or 0.9 meters long, but now we're not doing part runners canicrosses anymore. The lines can get longer. So for me, with my Spaniel, I ran with a shorter line, and there'd be a handle on it. So the whole line wasn't entirely a bungee. There was an area where there wasn't, and that's where you can get the control from.
So if you need to do an emergency stop, you've got a handle that's non-bungee, and you've got right. Okay, got you.
Yeah. Just because we've done some crazy things together. So I would be looking at the angle.
Okay.
So what always concerns me is, and the thing is, I don't think there's been any studies into this, but to protect their back, I just don't want. I want to see the harness.
Want it like up, dear. Because if
I don't want them pulling vertically. I want them pulling horizontally.
And that'll play into how much further they're in front of you. So it's really going to change.
And your leg and your stride.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be kicking. If your line's too short, you're going to be kicking your dog up the bum.
Ninny would not be happy with that. I mean, so would you say that Canicross is open to people who have never run, or should you have a base level of just running by yourself and knowing your own pace and stride length first?
I don't like to see the dog working too hard.
Okay.
So, for me, there's fantastic plans. I think it's Canicross Tailrunners, their website. They've got a couch to 5K, and it's designed for Canicross.
Okay.
So it depends on we would hold beginner runs, and that can be run, walk. We can hold runs at certain paces. So it would be finding your tribe, basically. But yes, you can effectively, but as long as your run leader knows what we're doing.
Right.
So we don't have people, that are doing an incredible pace, mixing with people that, and they're not prepared to wait because they're going to get cold, or they're training for an event or something like that.
So keeps all abilities in separate groups and stuff like that. That makes sense. I think it makes it more supportive.
You would with any running club.
Yeah.
But yes, you can. But I like to. The only worry with doing that, and this is another command I bring in, is letting the dog know we're stopping and then we're walking, because they need to know what the game is. The game is we're running together. You're running in front, front and center. That's the game.
Yeah.
And then I would then have walking. And so, not in a group scenario, but when I've been injured and I'm coming back to fitness again, I'm lucky that I can free run my dogs.
Right.
So I'll be doing my walk one, you know, until I'm able to do a continuous run, and they'll be off lead because I want them to know this is when you're in harness, this is the game. So
Right.
if they stop running, I would change the equipment.
Okay. Got you.
You know what?
So with, hang on, where's my question's gone? Is it coming back? Yes, it's coming back. So really, this sport. So it is a sport, isn't it? So
Yeah.
you can compete in this. Is that right?
Oh my goodness. Yes, it's Canicross season. It's Canicross season now. It's a winter sport, obviously because of temperatures
Yeah.
for the dogs. And yeah, I mean, oh my God, Kushner's heading out to. We got the world champs in Czechoslovakia now, so she's going off out to do that. I can't think what races are on this weekend. There was a race last weekend I know about. I'm not competing at the moment, so I haven't got the. There is what's it? Canicross calendar. Can't think of the name. This is this man that's pulled together all the Canicross events in the country and created a spreadsheet so you can find an event. The distances are anything from 5K to ultra marathons.
Wow.
Ultras, sorry, it's distance that's longer than a marathon is obviously an ultra. Yeah, so and there's wonderful groups that have, so you have your people that take it seriously, and then you can do the people that aren't taking it seriously, which is now me. And then they'll do like a little bit for the kids to get involved, or if your dog's tired,
Yeah.
and that'll be like a day run, something like that.
So with the dogs running out in front of you, you just made me think because you said retired dogs. If do you think that when a dog is in that headspace, so you're both running, can they register? I've had enough of this.
So this, I'm really pleased you brought it up because, and this is what I think separates canicrossers from some pet dog owners, is because they are in front of you. You are watching your dog the whole time. You don't even think that people that I used to get like race anxiety, but when I'm out with my dog, I'm just concentrating on my dog. Are you okay?
Yeah.
So if you think about how many times if someone coming into your clinic that go, oh, they buggered off around a field to come back and now they're limping, don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But with Canicross, your eyes are on the whole time, so you can see if there's any changing in their gait. We teach, and that's another thing. So there are a lot of professionals in the community, but we'll teach the signs of that if your dog's getting too hot.
Nice.
And
yeah.
that can be a change in the gait. That can be your dog stops pulling.
Right.
You know, we need to take a break. We need to check your dog. And this is like with it was a question that was brought up with one of the ultras, and I'm like, well, why don't you check your dog every few miles? I want you to, because you can't see their faces because they're out in front of you. So I want you to check what are they looking like. Check their, you know, and obviously offer them water, but not too much.
Yeah.
The nutrition side of it you'd be find quite interesting. The fueling for these kind.
Oh yeah. Well, so I love talking about species appropriate nutrition and fueling. Fueling sporting dogs is very interesting because you can really get into the nitty gritty of the amino acids that are gonna better help. So, like for example, arginine is involved in it's either nitrous oxide production or modulation. I can't remember, but basically, nitrous oxide controls vasodilation, so your blood vessels opening and stuff. So arginine supplementation in human athletes has been shown to improve athletic abilities. It was quite a big study as well, actually, and fairly recent. I want to say it was about 5 years ago, and that was arginine supplementation.
Interesting.
Isn't it? So then if you look at arginine supplementation for our dogs, like obviously I'm going to recommend like whole foods and stuff like that. I wish I had a book with it all written down, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But I know that arginine's really popular, and I think I want to say lysine as well as an amino acid. So lysine helps with lactic acid build-up in the muscles.
Amazing.
So it acts like a sponge and helps pull that acid out of the muscles, because we're the same on a cellular level as dogs. if we can get cramp, I'm not talking pins and needles, I'm talking that absolutely horrific cramp that makes your toes do that. Can dogs get it? I mean, yes,
I think
I
so.
think so. I don't think we talk about it enough, but I absolutely think that
Yeah, I do.
they will be impacted by that. Sorry, go on.
No, and that's another thing that we'll teach as well. And this is why the Canicrossers, they do go above and beyond,
Mm,
because we talk about, because of the cramping, the warming up and cooling down.
yeah.
And then the because we so the events can last for like a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll go out the night before, everyone's camping, it's a really nice vibe, and then you get up in the morning and you think about all these competitive dogs, like high energy dogs. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
It's nice and peaceful until that first bike goes by and people are starting to get ready for the start line. Then
I've heard it's
but
quite intense when
it
everyone's getting ready to go. I've got one
it can.
one Canicross dog that comes to me, and that dog comes to see me for regular massage, has a physiotherapist, and does underwater treadmill to keep her active, keep her fit, because she's not. I mean, she's not ancient. She's a little staffy cross terrier called Tia. She's fantastic. I've been looking after her for 6 years now, and her mum has built this team around her of people, and we've had conversations about how, because she's a bit of a faddy eater, is Tia Maria, but how to fuel her for a race, how to safely give her water, and like her mum can spot a gait abnormality. She was like, "Oh, left hind isn't looking brilliant at the moment," because, you know, when she was running, I could just see she was circumducting. I'm like, "Thank you very much." Yes.
Yeah, yeah. They're our hobby. So it's not like, oh, we're going to go out and do a dog walk, then we're going to go and do our hobby.
Mm-hmm.
They are our passion
They're
projects.
intrinsic to you, and
Yeah,
you both enjoying the sport, and that's the thing. It's both of you enjoying it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then what will happen is you have it doesn't take very long to do these events if you're doing like the 5K, 10K, whatever, and then you're spending the rest of your time together. So you're bonding the whole time, and it's just so you're getting all those lovely hormones that have been flying around, and it's just such they are our teammates. And the friendships, when I think about, literally, I went to stay in with our friends and their large Munsterlanders, and we met at a Canicross event, then we stalked each other on social media, and then I was staying in her house with her dogs, with my dog that sometimes struggles socially,
Mm-hmm.
and we were like under the stars in her garden having a few drinks, and I had, all of our dogs were just surrounded in blankets with us, and then we got up early the next day and we went for a run. And that's the community, and that's what we went to. I was very lucky to support an event at Goodworth, and Kushler had arranged for us all. We had all camping together, and it was like, yeah, 7 o'clock tonight, we're all gonna have dinner together, and everyone bought a meal, and it just felt like wholesome,
Yeah,
And,
I didn't realise there was such a huge
it's a community.
community aspect to it, of you all kind of working together, even though it's technically a competition. Like, it doesn't mean that you can't have that sense of community when you all pull together. So I just want to circle you back round to a point you made earlier. So we were talking about equipment, and then we mentioned about park runs. Now, I know my Canicross lady went absolutely ballistic when, for people who don't know, what is a park run and what changed that really upset the Canicross community?
It really upset us all. So Park Run is a free event every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and it's a timed run. It is not a race,
Mm-hmm.
and and it's open to all ages. They have marshals all around, and it's a really lovely vibe. And they allow dogs, they allow children, they allow buggies, and it's a real community feel. And I've made a lot of friendships from it. And it's actually from when I going to Park Run with my dog that I joined the local running club, and they allowed me to run with my dog, because I do everything with my dog. He was my absolute, he's so sweet. He's retired now. Yeah, and that's how I set up the club. So it all came from going to park runs. So I've got a huge amount to be thankful to park run for. I'm very passionate about it. And they allowed you to run in Canicross equipment, which is the safest way to run with your dog. And then something happened, and the head office at Park Run, so not all Park Run volunteers agree with this, not all Park Run marshals agree with this, not all Park Run race directors agree with this, but head office has said that we no longer allow the human part of the Canicross equipment. So people, what the problem we've got is people are now running on a lead, which the danger is they might be running these dogs on halties, on necks. Dogs might, they've said what they can't do. They only, the safest bit of equipment they've removed, and that's part of the Canicross equipment. So you can run with your dog on a lead or in any type of equipment. You could run it on a prong collar. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God.
But you know what I mean? What they should have done is said your dog has to be in a non-restrictive harness or no dogs at park run.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to make that my mission for this season. I've been attending my local park run. I've been running a group run, a pre-park run, so I can be positively going, look, there's another way.
Yeah.
And then whenever I see someone running with their dog, because some of these people, they just don't know.
No.
They're not doing it on purpose.
No.
They just don't know there's another way. But the worry that they've taken out the human part, you can run it with your lead, and the problem is there's thankfully they can get it's a D glove, and you can, if the lead is wrapped tight enough around your hand, you could pull the skin off. You're more likely to fall over because you're imbalanced. You're more likely to run your dog to your side, which again is going to cause long-term damage, in my opinion, to your dog. You can have less control. And the dog as well isn't going to feel, my dogs know when I'm struggling, they'll slow down because they'll feel it's a wonderful synchronicity, if you like.
I was going to say,
but your dog's always, but your dog is going to be unbalanced the whole time. And if you fall over, the first thing you're going to do is put your hands out.
Yeah. So
then you lose then you've got a loose dog on the course. There's so many reasons why we're dead against it, and please park run, have a look, because there are so many park run courses that would be suitable for dogs. There was a wonderful one in Wimpole that used to let the canicrossers go off first.
Right, because it's timed. It's not a race. It's a timed run.
And we assumed that's why people were jealous, because we were faster.
Well,
I mean, not all of us were. I'm certainly not anymore.
Most are going to be faster because you've got a four-legged beast in front of you helping you. Like, what on earth? But
we can manage this.
It's such a shame. I think I know Tia Maria's mum was like really upset about it because she was like, it's just making it dangerous by removing our equipment.
It's sending the wrong message. It's sending the wrong message.
Because I have heard of people running dogs on halties and dogs on prongs and dogs on flat collars or dogs in restrictive harnesses. You have to make sure that you're caring for all sentient beings that attend these events, and removing this equipment. Okay, why did we want to remove that equipment? All right, okay, where can we meet in the middle then? There's got to be a middle ground. If you say you can't do that, it's then left to interpretation as to what you can run on.
And you know what I've seen happening as well is I get in touch with local events when they go, oh yeah, you can run with your dog, and I immediately get in touch with them, and I've written them guidelines to support the safe running of your dog, and I whack it out. If I can just get one of them, but it's encouraging the wrong mindset, and it's we're going back to Barbara Woodhouse days of dogs.
Yes, because as well, like if someone turns up with a brachiocephalic breed that's overconditioned, and they're like, well, I want to run to lose some weight, so I'll do the same with my dog. That is so dangerous. With those dogs, you could kill them.
Yeah,
like it's not safe. It's not safe.
It's a naivety, and they have a responsibility to the public.
Yes, they do. To educate. It's about education. And going, this is what's safe, and this isn't ideal, but let's work on it. The power as such is in their hands to do that, and I love, of course, you contact all the local races with handwritten guidelines. I love that, but that's the thing, though. You want to make it safe and inclusive for all dogs.
Yeah,
That's...
and it's, you know, you look up Canicross in Essex, I'm going to come up.
Yeah.
So I have to be advocating all the time.
Yeah. You can't,
you know, and I
little
don't.
fun runs off to the side. Like they need to be held accountable. Like there's so many things that could or should be different. Like how many people that are at the park run or the Canicross events are training canine first aid?
Oh, it's and time of year. We did an endurance run for a wonderful charity, and they were given their safety briefing, and we left our dogs at home. It was too hot. And they were going, you know, we've really got, we also played heat wave at the time, and we've really got to worry about, you know, if you feel ill, it was a great safety briefing effort. If you feel ill, you're going to die. The course, it was so cross country. We can't get to you, you're going to die. So if you, everything was that, and they were like, it was just brilliant because, and it was, you couldn't get an ambulance out on the course. No. You couldn't, you'd struggle, but we encourage you to run with your dog. And I nearly jumped up on the stage, grabbed the mic, and went, "No, they're going to die." Like,
as my previous colleague has mentioned, death. There'll be death everywhere. Fuck's sakes, man.
So obviously, yeah. And I was there, ready to end jump on anyone with their dog and say,
"You're rugby tackling people in the car park, in the car boot." But there's definitely there's room for improvement, but I think that's the case with any sport that we do with our dogs, whether that be agility, even hoopers. You know, there's so much that we can be doing to keep making this safe, and that's why it's important that qualified therapists or qualified professionals are involved in these events. I think it should be like a panel, so you should have like a qualified professional in canine first aid, so you can teach people, you know, okay, this is what you look for with heat stroke, or just even like briefing the marshals on if you see a Great Dane that's just done a run and then it's really like taking on a lot of water. They need to have the confidence to go and have that conversation, to be going, potential death, stop that. Like...
Yeah, I mean, in Canicross we do have federations, a British Sled Dog Sport Federation, the International Canicross Federation. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there are, I don't know if it's self-governed, the events, but there are guidelines, and most Canicross will have like, for our club, we say dog's got to be 18 months. Now, because I need to have a broad stroke there, you know.
So people aren't rocking up with puppies.
Yeah, well,
no, please. No, please, God.
But oh, my mum's got loads of energy. But you know what? Hands up. I ran my dog too young.
You do the best you can with the information you have at the time.
And this is why I put myself in a position of being informed, being educated, taking advice, and I've ended up, you know, being so qualified.
Yeah, you're massively qualified and massively respected in your area for the club that you run. Like, I've just clocked on your T-shirt, my dog needs space. So you're advocating for them not only physically but emotionally and behaviourally as well, which is just mega. Because Maria, she needs space, but when she's running, she just locks in and she goes.
We've got two tops. So the original design didn't have it on it, but I was really keen to support the dogs that socially struggle with the XL bully ban, things like that. These are responsible owners, and I don't want these dogs' worlds to become smaller. I don't want them to feel, you know, it's oh, sorry, my dog's reactive. We shouldn't be saying that.
No, you need to.
Everyone, let's all just give each other some space. So I'm really pleased with the design this. I'm really pleased with the uptake from my teammates, and it just gives us all, I want everyone to feel included. I don't want anyone to be embarrassed, worry, oh, my dog's too noisy, my dog's this, my dog's that. We can manage that.
Yeah, of course you can.
And do you know what has happened is there have been I hate the term reactive, but reactive dogs in the club who are no longer reactive.
Whoa. Well, if they've been given the space, I mean, I'm not a trainer, I'm not a behaviourist or anything like that, but if they've been given the space to exercise, and because you've worn your t-shirt saying give my dog space, the dog's like, huh, I don't need to boot off at that anymore because these guys are going to leave me alone whilst I'm doing this job. So that's incredible. That's
It,
incredible, Amanda. You
it,
should really, I doff my cap to you because I can see how passionate you are about this topic, and like you're like elevating out of the chair, like because you're just absolutely buzzing about it. And I knew nothing. Now I'm not gonna say that. Oh, I'm gonna go and start Canicross tomorrow. I'm not. I don't even run for a bus. However, knowing that that is a potential option for me and my dogs is really interesting. I need to learn how to maybe do a soft jog. I'm gonna learn how to do a soft jog first
you can do
before.
canny trek, you can do canny trek, canny hike, canny trail. So
What the hell's
I've
that?
yeah, it's well, this is a new route for me,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. I am listening to my physio who's told me to retire.
Oh, darling.
And I'll tell you what, I'm sad because
You're
this
allowed
is
to be sad. You are allowed to be sad. You're allowed to feel your feelings on it because it's something that's been such a huge part of your life, but it's just your role in that community is just going to be a bit different now. But
well, I'm worried. I was really worried about the bond of my dogs, you know,
oh,
and I was really worried about that because it is an incredible bond. And my other two are 5 and 8. They're not ready to retire yet, but it's not the end of the road. It's new direction.
yes, that's
So
good. I like that. Not the end of the road, a new
yeah,
direction. That's good.
yeah, it's
That.
kind of rights management. There's still credit to them, and I've really been going. It's like, hey, man, you work with arthritic dogs. You can manage yourself right. Because I'm like one of your clients. However,
Mhm.
yeah, so I'm going to be delving into the canny trek, the canny hike. So
Oh, you
I'm
have to
going to
come back and talk about that because I have no idea what that is.
I'm I'm not I'm not happy with the equipment they're in. That I don't think they're going to be pulling differently. I think they will be it'll be different. They'll be walking, for goodness sake.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm lucky, like I said, mine could be off lead anyway.
Mhm.
So this is a new direction for me. So it's and they're yeah, we're all well, it's going to suit all.
Yes, it's accommodating for all. Listen, Amanda, again, like this has just been fascinating listening to the world of Canicross. Now, if someone's listened to this and gone, oh, I think I might want to do that, or oh, I've done a few park runs with my dogs, but I fancy doing something a bit different. Where do people find you? How can they find you?
Oh, thank you. I probably haven't done the sport justice enough,
You
but
bloody
because
have, because even
easily
I'm interested. Even I'm slightly titillated by the thought of going for a soft jog with my dog. And I don't run, not even for a
oh, do
bus.
it. It's the best feeling. It's the best feeling in the world. Anyway, well, Tailrunners Southeast Essex. Well, the club's Tailrunners Southeast Essex Running Club. But if you go on any of the socials, Tailrunners Essex, you'll be able to find us. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we've got a fantastic website made designed by one of our teammates. I've got a wonderful team around me. They produce the kit. They've got it's all these little businesses, and we all support each other as well. And we all do it for free.
Yeah,
So we don't charge for our because I want people to learn how to do it in a safe manner.
you're
I could shut me up because
incredible.
I've thought about this for
No,
ages.
no, like it's so interesting. It really is interesting. The fact that I would consider doing a soft jog is, I mean, you've got me hooked. You've got me hooked. So, Amanda, thank you so much for your time today. I've thoroughly enjoyed this conversation, and it'll be really good to touch base and learn about your new journey with the canny hike and canny trek, because I'm like, what? So I want to know more about it. But for those who are listening, thank you so much for joining us. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Check out Amanda's social and her fantastic Canicross club. For now, lots of love to you and your dogs, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care for now. Bye.